lately, you're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Today's game is a matchup of two top-shelf wide receivers who both can flat out go and get it. It's Dez Bryant going up against Jordy Nelson. So with that, let's get up to Lambeau Field. Here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. We are here on a beautiful afternoon for football. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Dallas Cowboys and the Green Bay Packers. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now Elliott. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed of the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
Okay, starting lineup time offensively, Charles, for the Dallas Cowboys.
And how about them at number 4 in the 2016 draft? Big needs on the defensive line. And they go with the running back.
They go star power.
They went star power, but Ezekiel Elliott, in a lot of ways, was exactly the right decision. When they had winning success in 2014, they did it running the football. Elliott can do that for them again.
It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that third down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a first down.
Third time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on third, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
Sam Shields, the one that got him down. And a look at the defense now. Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7. Now Prescott. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The man with over 1,000 catches, Jason Witten, the intended receiver. And it's third down. Here's Prescott. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. And tough starting field position here. One back is Lacey. Back near the goal line. Here's Rodgers. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it second down. And for this offensive unit, Eddie Lacy, sometimes he even has the Auburn fans saying roll tide.
Now that's big right there, because for them to say that, wow, that tells you how good a talent he really is. When he gets rumbling, the field tilts in his favor.
Maybe I overstepped my bounds there a bit, but he's good.
Brandon, you never want to get in the middle of Alabama versus Auburn. An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
It's a pickup of 14 there, and it'll give the Packers a first down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
8 yards to go here on second down. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And he finds Cook. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
Okay, when the big guy runs a corner route, you're asking a lot no matter who's covering him. Doesn't matter whether it's a linebacker or a defensive back. Yeah. He usually has the advantage because of his body type.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. A little bit of a breakout game for Cobb in Week 5. 9 catches, 108 yards. And Charles, 12 catches through the season's first 3 weeks was all he had.
So you can see how he increased production in the last game against the Giants. The pride of Alcoa, Tennessee, Randall Cobb. And I'm just going to tell you, if I ever dive into fantasy football, I'm getting him on my team because I think he's going to continue to bring those numbers back to the 2014 levels.
They go play action here on 1st down. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
So 2nd and 10 here. Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Rodgers to throw once more. It's caught. Nelson. And he's brought down after a good gain. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. And this seemingly endless drive continues. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They go play action for Lacy. Now Rodgers. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Jared Cook, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Packers have taken the lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. A little 360. And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. These Dallas Cowboys on offense, they have been humming. In fact, note you and I were discussing before the game, first team in NFL history to have a rookie QB with 1,000 yards passing and a rookie running back with 500 yards rushing through 5 games.
Those numbers would be good no matter what year they're in the league. But when you say rookie at quarterback, rookie at running back with that, that's off the charts. And boy, that offensive line, they've got to be walking around big smiles knowing how much they've contributed to that.
Charles, Ezekiel Elliott, he's on quite a 3-week stretch, isn't he?
He certainly is. And when you think about where he was drafted, number 4 in the entire draft, and the prevailing wisdom that says you don't draft a running back that high, you can get a back later on who will do the same type of damage. I don't know if it's going to continue to hold up that way. Ezekiel Elliott is powering the Cowboys in the early season.
134 on the yardage side against the Bengals and 2 touchdowns. Bryant, the lone receiver, left. Now Prescott. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On the return, it's Hyde. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Back onto the field, the Green Bay Packers offense comes. That O-line has been good. They parted ways with Josh Sitton. People are wondering, how would they do? They've done pretty well.
Yeah, they don't really get their due. And let's go through them real quick. David Bakhtiari, left tackle. Lane Taylor stepping in for Sitton at guard. J.C. Treader at center. T.J. Lang at right guard. And the right tackle, Brian Bulaga. They understand their quarterback, and they know they have to keep plays alive for him to work his magic. So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
One back is Lacey. Off the play fake to Lacey. Here's Rodgers. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, we have a second after the incompletion. Tom Brady came back, and in a big way this last week, didn't he?
I know he's 39, but he played like he was 29, maybe even younger than that. And I had a chance to talk with him last year about his training and what he does. He really believes in his regimen, and he also thinks he's going to play well into his 40s.
It looked like he could. 400 yards, 3 touchdowns in week 5. On 2nd down, Lacey. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Now, Lacey left that game against the Giants in ankle injury, but expected to be okay prior to leaving. 11 carries, 81 yards.
And you saw the Eddie Lacy signature spin move a couple of times as well. He is just some type of a back, and I think he's gotten into a good rhythm here in 2016. He didn't get to 100 yards, probably because of the ankle injury. They need him back, and in a big way. His backup, James Stark's struggling in the early going.
In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
And fit's the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
Fresh set of downs here. One back is Lacey. And he'll get it up the middle. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On play action, Rodgers over the middle, and it's incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And it'll bring up third down. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they're able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. And I guess, Charles, sometimes when you have a receiver well over 6 foot, you do that. Just put it up there, let him grab it, and he did.
And it certainly appears like a 50-50 ball, right? We always talk about that one. Both sides have a chance to get it, the receiver or the guy covering him. But I think the odds actually are in favor of the offense. They can see the ball coming oftentimes before the defender can get his head around. So I think that really goes to like 70-30, and they should be able to go up and get it most of the time.
And he got it there.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Throwing now is Rodgers. That's caught at the 3. 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They run. It's Lacey. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it. And we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And now the Packers going to take another timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. They'll throw now on the final play. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half. and they've had ability to see what you've done, they're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They go play action here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Kyle Wilbur. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Here's Rodgers. Caught left side by Cobb. That'll be a gain of 15 yards, and that'll make it third down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
A play fake to start. Now Rodgers. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. This is brought in at the 21. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sam Shields. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
You know what I'm talking about. Samuel Shields. That's that super smart. Yeah, that boy good. That boy good, yeah.
Now a play fake here on first down. Caught by Nelson. And he's brought down. It's a gain of 14 there. And it'll be a Green Bay first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well,
you see him just step over your nigga like,
someone has to carry the ball to
get
gain
off.
the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Again, it's Lacey. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now a first down carry. It's Lacey. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
319.
Now Rodgers will handle Lacey. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Rodgers now on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
There you go.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
There you go.
One receiver left, 2 to the right. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. So pretty good coverage there in both. These defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now it's Rodgers. He gets it over the middle to Cobb. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Right there, big fella.
On 3rd down, the Cowboys bringing an extra defensive back. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
3rd and inches, just turn around, hand it to the big guy, and let him plow forward and pick up a 1st down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often.
Back now at Lambeau. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter.
Right there, big fella.
And now for the offense, this is play number 11 here on this drive. Here comes the D swarming to the line. Rodgers going to throw. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
On second down, here's Rodgers. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. An extra DB defensively here. Big stop needed on 3rd and goal.
He may be a blitzer.
That's caught at the 2. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Crosby puts it through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a big one there as that gives them a little cushion.
And you know, here in the 4th quarter, the fact that they were able to bleed some time off the clock and put points on the board, even if it's only 3, that could turn out to be the drive that ultimately wins them the game.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties.
You got to put that kickoff right inside the 1 now, boy. Because it come all the way out to the 25.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. And last time was a pretty one play and interception. We'll see if they can do better.
Yeah. I want to see if they want to go and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They'll start the drive with Elliott. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This
rush coming, and he's taken down. Mike Daniels. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
How you fall down?
He sets to fire. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's brought down after a good game.
We know it's tough enough to pick up first downs on 3rd down plays, but when you go for it on 4th down, sometimes you're actually just praying, and on that play, the prayer was answered.
They'll run it now with Dunbar. And he's going to take this one down to about the 46-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll run again here with Dunbar. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Might want to call a timeout, big fella.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the player or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13.
Let's go.
Now Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
The screen was executed and completed, but where's the worry on the play? How many times is the quarterback going to get hit? Because offensive linemen have to do an acting job of making sure it looks like they're whiffing on blocks. But you got to slow them down a little bit, because if you don't, that's a lot of big guys coming at your quarterback in a big, fast way. And, boy, he can get hurt.
Completed pass on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down as the defense looks for the stop. On a delay of game there, they could not get the play off in time.
Frustrating for the head coach. Frustrating for the offense. Sometimes you have to get the play call in a little bit quicker.
So that penalty, the offense shooting themselves in the foot a little bit. Now 3rd and 16. Here's Prescott. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Packers are going to win this football game. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They're in a good spot. 2-possession game barely, but a 2-possession game here late. Now they just have to put this game on ice.
Let's face it, right now, they're talking about ball security, taking care of it, not allowing anything crazy to happen, because we've seen nutty things happen down the stretch, but they also have the security of the scoreboard. With that type of a lead, even if something goes haywire, they're still in good shape.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Rodgers throwing here. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. A gain of 32 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference.
This will be caught by Nelson for a Packer touchdown. Jordy Nelson with an acrobatic catch. And the Packers add on to their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Extra point try now for Crosby. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down
Hold on, big fella.
yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Bryant, the lone receiver, left. They'll come out throw, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Morgan Burnett, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here, and they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right, to be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Rodgers looking to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. And the offense looking to pick up the 1st down after the 2nd down incompletion. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Now Rodgers. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups. And they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Cole Beasley, the intended target. And it's 2nd down. And on 2nd and 10 now. They'll set up a throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And that will write a finish to this ball game. The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. About that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column, too.
So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.